12th Biozoology, Unit 2nd, Chapter 5, Molecular Genetics. In the previous part, we discussed about mutation and salient features of mutation. In this part, we are going to discuss about mutation and genetic code. The relationship between genes and proteins are best understood by mutation studies. You know what is called as a gene. Gene is a nucleotide sequence carrying information for one protein. Proteins are made up of amino acids. Polymerization of amino acid results in protein formation. If there is change in the structure of gene due to mutation, the particular amino acid will be changed. At the end, the protein will be changed. Let us consider this is a nucleotide sequence. This is normal nucleotide sequence. If there is a change, that will be called as mutation. Instead of G, A comes. G is replaced by A. This is called as mutation. The mutation that occurs in one or two nucleotides or nitrogen bases is called as point mutation. When there is change in the nucleotide, the amino acid added in the polymerization reaction will be changed. The end product protein will be changed. So we can understand the relationship between genes and protein with the help of mutation studies. What are mutagens? Mutagens are substances or radiation that cause mutation. Mutation occurs due to mutagens. Mutation occurs spontaneously also. This is coding DNA strand. It has nucleotides. What is coding strand? A strand that will not be copied into mRNA. Then another strand is template strand of DNA. Template strand of DNA will be copied into mRNA. So the coding strand is similar to mRNA, but the differences are in T. In mRNA, T is replaced by U. Except this difference, all other aspects are similar in between the coding strand of DNA and mRNA. This strand encodes the amino acids in the following sequence: valine, histidine, leucine, threonine, proline, glutamic acid. The sixth amino acid in the protein or polypeptide chain is glutamic acid. It is coded by the nucleotide GAG. GAG encodes glutamic acid. If GAG is changed, if there is change in this codon, what is codon? 3 successive nucleotides code for one amino acid. This is called as codon. We have discussed in the previous areas about codon. Because of mutation, the adenine is replaced with thymine in the 6th nucleotide. So instead of glutamic acid, valine is added at the 6th position of polypeptide chain. Instead of glutamic acid, valine is added. So what will happen? The nature of protein will be changed. So we can understand the relationship between genetic code and the amino acid sequence and the resulting protein. RBCs carry oxygen because RBCs have hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is made up of two alpha polypeptide chains. These two are two alpha polypeptide chains and two beta polypeptide chains. Each polypeptide chain combines with heme. Heme is the iron part. The heme only carries oxygen. If there is change in the amino acid of the beta chain, what will happen? Because of mutation, if there is change in the beta chain of hemoglobin, what will happen? Let us see. This is non-template strand, coding strand. I have already explained. Here the sixth amino acid is glutamic acid. It is coded by GAG. Because of change in the sixth nucleotide sequence of a coding sequence, valine is added at the sixth position of poly amino acid chain. This is mutant gene. This gene is mutant gene because mutation has taken place. The thymine replaces adenine. Instead of glutamic acid, because of change in the adenine, valine is formed. If glutamic acid is there, that is normal RBC with circular biconcave shape appears. If valine replaces glutamic acid as sixth position, the RBC becomes sickle shaped. So mutation changes the nature of RBC by adding another amino acid at sixth position. GAG adds glutamic acid at sixth position. The hemoglobin becomes normal in solution. GTG genetic code adds valine amino acid that causes polymerization of hemoglobin. This is hemoglobin polymer. Normal. This is hemoglobin polymer. When there is hemoglobin polymerization, the RBC becomes sickle shaped. If the RBC becomes sickle shaped, it cannot pass through small blood vessels. That will result in blockage of blood vessel. The mutant hemoglobin undergoes polymerization under oxygen tension, causing the change in the shape of RBC from biconcave to a sickle shaped structure. Because of polymerization, mutation causes polymerization of hemoglobin that changes the RBC from biconcave to a sickle shaped. Let us see this example to understand more about mutation. ABC is one codon, DEF is another codon, GHI is another codon. If another letter is added in between DEF and GHI, if O is added, what will be the sequence? From the position of insertion of O, the sequence gets changed. The reading frame gets changed. GHI, JKL. Here see OGH, IJK. The reading frame after the point of insertion gets changed. Before the insertion of the letter, no change. If OQ is added, again there is great change in the reading frame after the point of insertion. Instead of GHI, it will be OQG. Instead of JKL, it will be HIJ. When there is deletion of one nucleotide also, this kind of changes will occur. If one letter is removed, that is deletion, that also will change the reading frame. Insertion or deletion of one or two bases changes the reading frame from the point of insertion or deletion. From the point of insertion or deletion, the reading frame gets changed. This is called as frame shift insertion. This is frame shift insertion. When one nucleotide is removed, that is deletion mutation. In this, now let us see Some other aspects about the pairing between tRNA and mRNA. tRNA has anticodon. The anticodon nucleotides pair with codon of mRNA. This is one tRNA, this is another tRNA. Both the tRNAs are identical. How can we say both the tRNAs are identical? Both carry the amino acid leucine. Both have GAG anticodon. This one also has GAG anticodon. This one also has GAG anticodon. So we can say that both are identical leucine tRNAs. The GAG anticodon reads codon of mRNA. In normal pairing, the GAG anticodon reads CUC codon of mRNA and pairing takes place. This is normal pairing. G pairs with C, adenine pairs with uracil. You know why U comes? In RNA, thymine is replaced by uracil. G pairs with C. This is normal pairing. Now let us see, the same tRNA can pair with another codon. Here there is change in the third position. In the third position there is flexibility in the pairing. The base pair rule is not strictly followed at the third position. So because of this reason, this mRNA can read CUU also. This is called as wobble pairing. The third position in which there is no strict complementary rule is formed is called as wobble position. In this wobble position, complementary pair is not, non-complementary pairing is also possible. Base pair rule is not strictly followed. Now let us see what is wobble hypothesis. Wobble hypothesis is proposed by Crick. You know Crick, who is one of the person who proposed model, DNA model. The wobble hypothesis states that tRNA anticodon has the ability to wobble at its fifth end, 5' end. How? tRNA anticodon has the ability to wobble at its 5' end by pairing with even non-complementary base of mRNA codon. The tRNA has the capacity to pair with even non-complementary base of mRNA codon. According to this hypothesis, in codon-anticodon pairing, the third base may not be complementary. The third base of codon is called wobble base, and this position is called wobble position. The actual base pairing occurs at first two positions only. What is the significance of this wobble pairing? At the third position, complementary rule is not strictly followed. Now let us see the significance. The importance of wobble hypothesis is that it reduces the number of tRNAs required for polypeptide synthesis. Number of tRNAs required for polypeptide synthesis is reduced because of wobble pairing. What is meant by polypeptide synthesis? Protein synthesis. Protein is called as polypeptide chain. Amino acids are connected by peptide bond. So protein synthesis is called as polypeptide synthesis. Amino acids are added to form a protein chain. The amino acids are carried by tRNAs. Because of wobble pairing, number of tRNAs required for carrying amino acid for polypeptide synthesis or protein synthesis gets reduced, and it overcomes the effect of code degeneracy. What is code degeneracy? In the previous video we have learned that genetic code is degenerate code. That means one amino acid is coded by more than one codon. So more than one codon codes for one amino acid. This is called a degeneracy. This is overcome by wobble hypothesis. So this tRNA with GAG anticodon can pair with more than one codon because of the wobble base pairing at the third position. This enables the economy of tRNA. Economy means the number of tRNAs needed for protein synthesis gets reduced. The valine amino acid is coded by GUG, GUC, GUA and GUG. If there is no vowel pairing, 4 tRNAs are required to carry valine amino acid, but less than 4 tRNAs can carry valine amino acid during protein synthesis or polypeptide synthesis because of the vowel base pairing. In the next video, we are going to learn about the role of RNA in protein synthesis.